In this video, I will explain as simple as possible for Stellar Tera. The Stellar Tera type is capable of being owned by any Pokemon. In fact, once the main DLC plot is over, we may be able to encounter more of them in the Bioterrarium. Introduced in the Indigo Disc DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the Stellar Tera type is the new 19th type that gives affected Pokemon several effects. Previously, in the Pokemon games, Z-Move, Gigantamax, and Mega Evolutions were available. But in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, it have Terastallization, or Terastall was only available 18 type only, but now 19th type being released, called Stellar Tera. Keep watching to learn more about the newest Tera type, how it works. Stellar type Terastallization grants a boost to moves, but only one per move type. After you use a move, no other moves of that same type will get the boost. In Tera Raid battles, all moves will be boosted without limit. Stellar Pokemon are super effective against other Terastallized Pokemon. When a Pokemon is Terastallized into Stellar type, they keep their base typing's defensive properties. Meanwhile, they have no weaknesses or immunities. How does the Stellar Tera type work? Moves of the same type as the base type receive a one-time 50% damage boost from Stellar Tera, and Stellar Tera gives moves of a different type than the base type a one-time 20% damage boost. Moreover, there is no cap on the Stellar Tera damage boost in Tera Raids. Moves such as Tera Blast is increased, while a Pokemon is Tera, doing extremely potent damage to Terastallized Pokemon in the process, but attack and special attack are reduced per usage. The way that Stellar type Terastallization works with the move Tera Blast, an attack that deals damage according to your Pokemon's Tera type, is another intriguing aspect of the game. Tera Blast is an extremely powerful move that a Terastallized Stellar Tera type Pokemon can use to defeat other Terastallized Pokemon. Similar to how a normal Tera provides your Pokemon a stab boost, the damage of a move of a certain type will be increased the first time you use it in combat. If you're using a non-stab move, the damage will be increased by 20%. However, if you use a stab move, it will boost the damage by 50%, similar to how the other Tera types work. And the damage boost you get from using a Stellar Tera only applies to the first time you use a move of that type in battle. If you use the same move or a different move of the same type, the damage will no longer get boosted. Regardless of the opponent's Tera type, Tera Blast will always be an extremely effective hit when used with a Stellar Tera type. Furthermore, the base power of the move is increased from 80% to 100%. The drawback of this is that your Pokemon's attack and special attack numbers are reduced by one stage when you use Tera Blast with a Stellar Tera type. Do note that the super effective hit and stat drops will always occur as long as the opponent is Terastallized. Regardless of the typing of the opponent, you may always expect neutral hits while using Tera Blast with a Stellar Tera type against non-Terastallized Pokemon. This implies that you can deliver neutral damage to Pokemon that would typically be resistant to any of your major moves if you have a Stellar type Pokemon and you Terastallize them. Your Pokemon will maintain its normal typing prior to Terastallizing if it turns into a Stellar type. This implies that in order to prevent a very potent strike, your Pokemon cannot defend Terastallize into Stellar. It has no effect on the defensive typing of your Pokemon. One Pokemon works differently than others when it comes to Stellar type. Terapagos, the new legendary, uniquely interacts with Stellar type. When Terapagos Terastallizes, that's considered its final form. The Stellar form of Terapagos gets 100 more to its total stats, giving it a whopping 700 base stat total. This has placed Terapagos in the top 10 for highest base stat total. Terapagos is the only Pokemon right now to have an additional form beyond the standard Terastallization. I hope this explanation can help you some of way to understand what is Stellar Tera in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. You guys can travel in new map of the DLC and fight all the Terra Pokemon that some of them dropped the Stellar Shard that allowed you to change. You own Pokemon to have Stellar Terastallizes that useful in battle event Pokemon, or in tournament or for fun to battle any Pokemon, or NPC in storyline. Thank for watching and see you guys next time. Bye.